What's up guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's 7 in the morning and I'm headed to the gym for a cardio session. It is one of the last things that I wanted to do this morning, and my brain came up with all the excuses in the world not to go. But my willpower is stronger, so I must do it, right? Talk to you later. Now, that didn't work out as planned. But yeah, regardless, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be here at 10. Locked and ready. Now, these are the exact moments where you would need to prove to yourself, do you really want it? Because we do not train only in the perfect days or only when we want to train or we feel like it. These are the exact moments where we should put in the work, when your brain is playing games with you. I'm tired, it's my off day, this and that. Usually Saturdays and Sundays are my off days. I train either 5 or 6 times a week. But now I started including cardio in the workouts, so yeah. Now the purpose of that channel would be to provide as much educational and motivational content as possible in order to inspire people to start their fitness journey, or for people who are struggling, don't know where to start. And if I manage to inspire a single person to do that, my mission will be fulfilled. I remember the days when I started training. I was watching these types of videos and I was really inspired by them, and that helped me a lot. So if I can help other people do the same, then I will feel good about it. Now, since the gym was closed, I might as well get some 10k steps for breakfast. And I've selected an interesting topic I want to cover later on in the video. Now, bear with me about that vlogging thing. I'm still kind of new to it. Still trying to figure out which camera to use, like a complete rookie. Obviously the rear one, but then I don't know if I'm fitting in the screen, you know what I mean? So I would need to carry a selfie stick. But regardless, I tend to be quite competitive in everything that I do. So as I promised in the last video, the videos will get better. So all of the YouTubers better be prepared, right? Now, I want to take a second to appreciate all of the construction workers who are working 24/7. The work doesn't stop, so that's the definition of hard work. If you think you're putting in the work, compare yourself to one of them. "10k steps in. Now it's time for breakfast. I'm gonna make me some protein pancakes, then I'll work a bit, and I'll see you later."
What's up guys, and we are back at the whiteboard. Today I want to talk about the principles of program design. Fitness program design is defined as the systematic development of a fitness program or process using assessments, the elements of fitness, periodization, and periodic reassessment. A fitness program must work through all of these elements: warm-up, flexibility, core, balance and reactive training, resistance training, cardiorespiratory training, and the cool down. However, program design is not as simple as creating workouts for each element and putting them together. The principles of program design are fundamental propositions that serve the foundation. And these principles outline the way that training adaptation occurs, along with the variables within a fitness program. Variety and creativity in exercise programming are dictated by these principles as well. Each of these principles considers how an exercise is performed, and they are the most fundamental components of designing a training program, and they are essentially what drives the potential adaptations in the body. Now, each of these components should be modified based on the person's abilities, the desired program outcomes, and as well as the progress through their training program. And there are several factors that can be modified. For example, the exercise selection, the intensity, the sets, the frequency, time under tension, rest, and the tempo as well. And the proper modifications of these components leads to achieving the training goals in an optimal and efficient manner. And the possible adaptations that occur due to training are increases in muscular endurance, hypertrophy, strength, and power.
Everyone is different. Individuals with the same family, even twins, have a different genetic blueprint, cellular proteins, and gene expressions. Genetics influences everything from body size and shape, chronic health conditions, muscle fiber type, recovery time, and propensity for injury. And genes at least partially determine the degree and how quickly a person will see results from their program. The principle of individual differences states that there is no specific way that everyone should follow. In the early 80s, researchers assessed a swimming team through an intense 75-day training program. They measured 4 physiological parameters and found that even though each person followed the same training protocols, results varied. For example, during the peaking program, different physiological and performance profiles were noted among the athletes. This research emphasizes the serious consideration of the principle of individual differences or diminishing returns, and people should always aim to reach their goals in the safest and most timely manner. In addition to the genetic differences between individuals, there are lifestyle differences as well. These include dietary and training preferences, previous and current medical conditions, sex, motivation, and past experiences. Finally, the concept of diminishing returns suggests that people will eventually hit a ceiling in their fitness performance. This theory states that everyone has a set genetic limit to their potential. Eventually, the effort put into training, which initially lead to a great deal or result, will begin to yield less and less results. For fitness to progress, the body must be forced to adapt to or overcome a stress greater than what is normally encountered. This is known as the principle of progressive overload. Put simply, to increase bicep strength, a person must lift a resistance greater than one they were used to for an adaptation to occur. Progressive overload must be incremental to be effective. This applies not only to resistance training but also to various exercise components and variables. For example, range of motion, training volume, intensity, training density, and the frequency. To periodize a training program means to break it into different phases, each of which is designed to elicit specific physiological adaptations. The primary goals of periodizations are to manage fatigue and reduce the possibility of overtraining, improve readiness for competition or sports seasons, help set and manage short-term and long-term goals. There are several methods of organization used by fitness professionals. The progressions of a fitness protocol provides a flexible outlines, and the elements of fitness can be divided into 4 training categories: foundational training, strength training, metabolic training, speed, agility, and quickness training. The SAC training, or speed, agility, and quickness, is a category that not all people will work through, or they may only use certain parts of it. For example, agility training is a functional aspect of any training program to improve balance and prevent falls and injury. However, jump training or ballistic trainings for explosive power may not be within everyone's goals. The speed at which these elements must occur to be effective will increase the heart rate, elicit higher calorie burn, and challenge the metabolic systems on the basis of duration. Therefore, these elements can be used for metabolic training and high-intensity intervals. However, they do require a strength and mobility foundation before they can be implemented. Example exercises that can be used with both the general population and athletes include ball slams, squat jumps, ladder drills, and explosive push-ups.
Now, I will aim to cover every single one of these topics in a single video, going in further detail. But for starters, if you're wondering where to start, just start by going to the gym. Apply the progressive overload principle by trying to increase the weight with every single session, or the volume or the repetitions. Aim to do more than the last time, right? Your main priority should be to stay injury-free. Always include a proper warm-up. Don't ego lift, and try to include every single one of these components in your training, as well as the main principle, progressive overload. Try to progressively do more than the last training, and you should be good. Thanks for watching. Thank you for staying until the end, and please subscribe to the channel.